And now, please welcome someone from the Simon Jones Memorial Campaign and the man who organised tonight's gig. Big hand for Colin.
It's probably a sign of the times when comedians do the politics and the politicians do the comedy. I'd like to say thank you to all the people that made this possible. I mean, the support that this campaign has had locally and across the country and internationally, in fact, has been enormous. For 2 years we've been campaigning. Simon's family have been campaigning in an amazing way, in a way which you just think like no family should have to go through, and it's been quite I mean, heart-moving to see that sort of support that what you need to do to get justice in this country over an issue like this. The place I knew Simon most was in a pub. It's a pub that got shut down last week. And it got shut down, and Mickey, Kath and John Joe got chucked out of the pub that they ran so well for so long for so many people. Because we live in a system that puts profits before people, where multinational companies make decisions affecting people that have nothing to do with the needs of those people. That same system is responsible for killing Simon. As far as I'm concerned, some gangsters down in Shoreham killed my mate, and that's not on. But they wouldn't have been able to do that without the profiteers in Brighton and personnel selection and the employment agency that sent them there in the first place. That wouldn't have been able to happen. They wouldn't have been able to do it. But that's not the end of the story. That whole setup wouldn't have been able to happen unless you had a government that actually rode roughshod over its own laws, refused to protect people, refused to protect workers, the most unprotected workers, casual labour, in terms of their own safety. And that's what is the reality that happened here. We thought there would be prosecutions. There were none. The Department of Trade and Industry wouldn't act. The Health and Safety Executive wouldn't act. The Crown Prosecution Service wouldn't act. And now we've heard that the judicial review set for next week is to be postponed. It's going to be postponed shortly, but that doesn't mean that we're going to stop the vigil. And I would ask you all to come to that vigil. There's that vigil, we're asking for support from all those who have been killed by profiteering companies who put the needs of their own desire for profit before the safety of their workers and others. An Irishman called James Connolly once said that the powerful only seem so tall because we're on our knees. I can tell you Simon was not one to be in his knees. Simon gave enormous support to the Liverpool Dockers. I remember writing snooze about the Liverpool Dockers with Simon. Simon's family over the last couple of years have shown they're not people to be on their knees. This campaign and the direct action that we've taken, direct action is all about not being on your knees when you're faced with this sort of nonsense and standing up and doing something about it. We're not naive. We know that justice is not granted by the powerful to the powerless. It is taken by people who demand it, and that's what this campaign has been all about. That's why we're fighting. We're fighting for justice for Simon, and we're fighting to expose a casual labour economy that puts at risk tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people who are thrust into this low-wage, no holiday, no sick time economy with no safety regulations to talk of. Those people deserve our support. We're trying to do something about it, and I can tell you, we're winning. and Simon would have loved to have been here to see it happen. Thanks very much.
Okay, there's just to that I'd like to add that private power and corporations have taken our legislature, our politicians, our land. If we can draw the line here and them taking the living breath out of our bodies and them taking our lives, we may be able to start to fight back to win the other human rights they have usurped. See you in 15.